It's the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, formed out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander YAHANNA, and we are the home of the truth. This is the I.S.U.P.K Galveston Law class, and today what we will be discussing is separate or die. You understand? Before we get started, let me make sure that our sound is all right, man. We had a few technical difficulties, so Salakia for the late start. We talk. What about for Facebook? Just make sure we good on Facebook. Should be running on Facebook right now. Let's see here. We in there? Oh yeah, we in there. See it on Facebook. Let's see. Good on Facebook. Okay, yeah, we in there. All right, Shalom, Israel. So let's talk about it, man. You know, this is the I.S.U.P.K law class, and in the law class, what we do is we discussed a lot of things that are dealing with the law and, you know, saying the rules and commandments that the Most High God gives us and has given us, you know what I'm saying, throughout the scriptures and throughout history for our culture as Israelites. And as Israelites, we are the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans in America and abroad, you understand, or the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. That's who we are, and this is, again, the I.S.U.P.K and the Commander YAHANNA. I had to make sure that volume and everything was working correctly. But as I stated, today the theme is, or the title of the class is Separate or Die. Before we get started with breaking it down, give me Leviticus 20 and 26. See, what we got to understand is, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, is that, you know, the Most High God made us different than everybody else. And because he made us different, we got to act accordingly, or else we're going to be suffering the consequences of not acting accordingly. We're going to be dealing with the things that come with the things that come with us doing what we want to do versus what God wants us to do. You understand? And without further ado, let's read the Bible. Let's see what the Bible says. You understand?
Khan. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 26. And ye shall be holy unto me.
Ye. Who is the ye that we're talking about right now? The ye is talking about you, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, woman, and child. We're talking about you. You are the ones that are holy unto the Most High God. You understand? And we have to really lock that in if we're going to be able to survive on the earth. If we're going to be able to deal with the things that are happening. There's a lot of things happening right now in the current events. You understand me? We're going to go over it all today, but a lot of current events are happening right now, and it's galvanized blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to feel a certain way. You understand? And everybody's looking for a solution. We on one end, you know, we're getting called guilty. On another end, we're getting called, the enemy is getting called not guilty. And on another end, you know what I'm saying, we're getting persecuted as immigrants. And on another end, you know what I'm saying, we're getting destroyed as a people through media and all different avenues of sources. And we're not understanding what we need to do. You know, I made a Facebook post the other day, and in the Facebook post, what I was trying to let people know is that as long as we are connected to the oppressor, to these oppressive nations that are surrounding us, we're going to continue to be destroyed. We're going to continue to be led astray, being unjustly hurt, unjustly harmed, unjustly imprisoned. It's going to be completely unjust. It's going to be completely wicked for us. You understand? But the Bible tells us what we have to do. Keep reading.
Khan. For I, the Lord, am holy.
So we're going to be holy to the Most High God because the Most High God is holy. We are the children of God. Read.
And have severed you from other people.
This is the key element that we don't understand, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans in earth today. The Most High God has severed us from other people. We're not supposed to be in the same level as all of these other people. We're not supposed to be hand in hand in white children and black children. What they what was his name? Martha Luther. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he said, you know what I'm saying? He wanted us to be white children and black children, and we all hold hands, and we all be together, and we won't be judged by the character of your skin. Tell that to Carmelo Anthony. Tell that to him, because that's exactly what happened to him. Tell that to the Ching Chang Chong, whatever his name is, Mr. Child. Mr. Child got judged by the color of his skin, and he got off on murder. Meanwhile, we can't even defend ourselves because we're getting charged with murder. This is what happens to us if we don't sever ourselves like the Holy Bible tells us to do, the Word of God. It tells us that he has severed us from other people. Keep reading.
That ye should be mine.
That we shall be his. This makes us greater than everybody else. But this also gives us the blueprint. This gives us the strategy. The strategy isn't us trying to vote, isn't us trying to figure out the way we can come to arms and rally in the streets. The strategy is right here. We're holy unto the Most High God because the Most High God is holy, and he has severed us. He has separated us from other people. So let's stay separated. Now, what does that mean? Like we got to understand what that means. Let's see here. See, the problem is the Bible has taught us that Israel's survival has always depended on us being separate from the nations around us. You understand me? When you like every nation, every time Israel joined to a different nation, we adapted their customs, like the Greeks, you know what I'm saying, like the Assyrians. We adopted their customs, we trusted their governments, like Egypt, you know what I'm saying? We trusted in Egypt, and we saw justice from them. But what happened when we saw justice from when we followed them, when we took on their culture? What happened to us in history? Go ahead.
Like we had to settle for what they felt is justice.
Not only did we have to settle for what they thought as justice, but we were destroyed as a people. You understand? Like what we're gonna be talking about in class is we're gonna I'm gonna prove to you in the scriptures that separation is a commandment. Like we've already read, the Most High God told us he severed us from other people. Integration has produced our destruction. We're going to talk about that today. What else? I got my bullets here. Our enemies, they prosper because of the work that we do collectively. They prosper and they work against us collectively. You understand? Also, our salvation depends on us gathering up and separating from the oppressor, from us separating from the enemy. Last but not least, the injustices that we see today is proof that the Most High God wants us to be separate, and these nations were never designed to save us and to make us great. You understand? So we're gonna get into it, man. Give me Hosea 4:6 before we get started. See, the problem with a lot of us is we've been destroyed because we've taken on this knowledge that these nations and us coming together with these nations, us becoming part of the United Nations, us going to find our seat at the table, that is what is going to save us on earth today. We've been led astray. Martin Luther King and all these other different types of black leaders have told us that we have to find our seat at the table in order to survive here in America, but that is not true. And this is what the Bible says about it. Read.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6.
I think, is it not playing? Oh, the battery died. All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. You understand? We ask ourselves, why are we at the bottom? Why are our communities violent? You know, why are we dealing with all this stuff in our communities? Why are we filling up the prisons? Why are our sons being killed and murdered in these streets or being persecuted as murderers in these streets? Well, because we've forgotten who we are. We are the chosen people of God, and the Most High God has made us to be great amongst the nations. You understand? Give me Jeremiah 17:4. We're going to keep going. See, according to the Bible, Israel was slated for certain things. Read it for me.
Khan, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
So, it's some more? Go ahead.
For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
So the thing about it is, you know, when you hear the I.S.U.P.K and we teach, you know, we got to follow the law, statutes, and commandments, it's a reason why. Because we look at the history of the Israelites, and they went through times where they didn't follow the law, statutes, commandments. And this is what the prophet of Jeremiah is prophesying. When you don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments, you don't trust in the Most High God, these things will happen to you. Read it again.
Khan. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
You're going to discontinue from your heritage. You're going to lose your names. We lost our names, our Hebrew names. We had to come up with our Hebrew names again. We had to bring them up. We had to dig them up out of history. You understand? Our language was lost. They said that Hebrew was a dead language for years. You understand me? What else? We lost our culture. We lost our seal, the seal of Zion. You know what I'm saying? It lost this. Like, bro, we went through all of this because of what? Keep reading.
Khan. That I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
So because we gave up all these things because we didn't follow the law, statutes, and commandments, the Most High God has sent us to serve our enemies. And this is the problem. Instead of us going back to the law, statute, commandments, and the law, statute, commandments that tell us to separate from our people, what we're doing is we're clinging to the evil that we've been put into. Instead of us getting right, we're staying wrong. And then we're trying to look for wrong in the wicked and evil people to save us from our death and our destruction. It ain't gonna happen that way, man. Let me see here. Give me Deuteronomy 28:1. We're gonna go through a whole lot of scriptures. I'm gonna give y'all a lot of scriptures to think about when we break this whole subject down, because we have to separate from these evil people, these wicked people. And until we separate, we're going to be dealing with these things, these events that we are seeing every day. Go ahead.
If I could, sir.
Go ahead.
Just to piggyback on what the scripture you just pulled,
Uh-huh.
you know what I'm saying, how and what you're saying and everything as well, pretty much there's a scripture, I'm not sure if you're going to be pulling it, but Deuteronomy 4 and 6, it's the one that says, you know what I'm saying, when we keep the law and we look great, the other nations, you know what I'm saying, they look at us as wise and understanding.
Pull up Deuteronomy 4 and 6. Okay. Let's read it.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
So in the sight of the nation, that's heavy that you brought it up, because I have it in my precept, but I don't have it in this particular point. Because we haven't followed the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God, we don't have our wisdom amongst the nations. Therefore, the nations can't look at us like we're greater than them because we don't even know who we are. We've lost ourselves to trying to connect with the nations. And instead of connecting with the nations, we should be to ourselves trying to figure out who we are so that we can be greater than them, so we can be better, so that we can regain our wisdom. And the nations can look at us and they could be like, is there more on that?
Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this nation is a wise and understanding people.
This is what they going to say when we separate from all of these people. You got to remember, when that was written, the Israelites was not joined into all the nations. When Deuteronomy was written, the Israelites was fleeing Egypt. They were fleeing an oppressor. And they were told that they were going to be building a great and grand nation under the Most High God in the land of milk and honey, in the promised land. They weren't given a liberty to go, let's go let's go back with Egypt and let's set up some treaties and let's do, man, that wasn't meant for us. What we were supposed to be doing was separating from these people and becoming great. A lot of us, adults here, you know what I'm saying, adults may be listening, y'all aren't like it's not something that's new to you, that sometimes you gotta just get low and get right. You know what I'm saying? Like we got all kinds of sayings like that where it's like, okay, well, sometimes you gotta just grind it. You gotta get low and grind it out. And that's how you become great. It's practical knowledge. It's a commonsensical thing that if you're trying to get on your note, if you're trying to get better, you gotta block out all the noise. You gotta get rid of all the noise and focus on what makes you great. And once you focus on what makes you great, and then you become great, then you can turn the volume up, and now everything looks different now. We ain't out here struggling trying to like for instance, you out here with no job, you staying with your mama, you ain't got nothing going on for yourself. So you get low, you stop letting all the parties and all these things distract you. You focus on getting you a job. You start stacking your bread up. Now you got a car. Now you got a whip. Now all the women now you dressing nice. Now all the women love you. Now I can start thinking about all the stuff that I can go to a party and actually enjoy myself. Now I can be around people and actually don't feel like I'm the weakest link. Now, look, turn the music back up. Now I can turn your TV up. Turn the TV. Look, now I can go to a party and don't have to be begging somebody to give me the club fare to get in the club now. I'm in the club. I am the club. I own the club. You feel me? That's what Israel should be doing in the world. Instead of us trying to borrow money so that we can get in the club, maybe we should start working on ourselves, getting straight to ourselves, getting dirty, getting it out the mud. Coming to ourselves, growing ourselves, becoming greater, separating from everybody else and all the noise and distractions of all these different nations, and becoming greater. Just like they say, make America great again. Israel needs to be great again. We like Israel has been led astray for far too long. And it's time for us to get right. The water for that precept. Give me 28:1. Yeah, give me 28:1.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
If thou shalt what?
If thou shalt hearken diligently.
See, this is the key element. The Most High God has been giving us the blueprint for our entirety. You understand me? Since the Israelites were formed, and damn sure since they left Egypt, we have known what we're supposed to do. The problem is we've been distracted. We've been led astray. We've been the so-called leaders that we have in our communities have been leading us into damnation. Well, guess what? Those days are over with. in the I.S.U.P.K and the Commander YAHANNA, we are going to save everyone from this damned nation.
That's right.
This damn nation of damnation. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, and when I say save, I mean we're gonna lead everybody to Christ. We're gonna lead everybody to the Most High God. You understand me? So that when Christ comes back, he already know, like, he don't got to do too much work. Everything is done. Israel is on its way. He gonna come over here and wipe out our enemies. But first, we must follow what the Most High God says to do. We must hearken to his words diligently. We're not gonna be able to do anything until we start listening to God. You understand? Keep reading.
Khan. To observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations.
Above who?
Above all nations.
Above all nations. Above the Chinese that kill us in they stores because they think that we're stealing. Like Tasha Harlow, it was a Latasha Harlow. That was the one that was killed in the 90s. The little sister that was killed in the 90s because the Korean thought that she didn't pay for her food, but she actually left her change. Shot the little girl in the head. Now we got Cyrus Belton. He was killed because they thought he was stealing water. And what happens? The nations don't come to save us. They don't help us. They don't think that we are the greatest of all. And the Most High God said that if we follow what he said, then we'll be what said above what?
Set thee on high above all nations.
Above all nations. Ain't that where you want to be, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? Is the camera still towards me? Because it looked like it's moving. Salakia. Good night. Y'all got to blame YAHANNA for that. I love him to death, man. That boy got us. We filming something totally different than what we should be filming. Let me see. Look like the camera start facing a whole different direction. We looking at Commander YAHANNA and all the captains. Give the captains a hand. Give the generals a hand. Give Yahawashi a hand. You know what I'm saying? We're just showing y'all a picture wall real quick. Ain't nothing. It ain't gonna move again, is it?
Shouldn't drop. I'm moving forward.
Okay, Most High Christ, the water. Let's see here. Let me just make sure. Let me put a pause real quick. Let me make sure that we good on the on Galveston again for right now. Let's see here. All right, and we still good to go. All right. All right. Yeah, so if separation wasn't important, this is what you got to ask yourself. Why did every successful period in Israel history begin with isolation? It's like we see it in everyday practice, but we don't think that this would also work with our people as well. Like, why are we the only people that believe that we can prosper by being connected to all these different people? Meanwhile, all these other different nations, they didn't prosper by being connected to other different nations. They prosper by isolating themselves, getting themselves right, and then bouncing back, stepping out. Like, we know how it go. We all, man, a lot of us are from the ghetto. We know how it works. We know what it means to have to go get yourself right before you can step out again. That's what we should be doing. A lot of y'all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that aren't in the truth, don't know that you're Israelites. All y'all want to do is just be happy and get along with everyone, you know. But we're better than everyone. Just admit, just stop trying to convince yourself that you're not great. That's called self-sabotage. Instead of you falling into what's meant for you, what God has promised for you, you want to be what America wants you to be. You want to be a great American. You want to be a great human. Like, no, you're better than a human.
That's right.
You're the chosen people of God. You are God's because you are the children of God.
Right.
Good night, man. It just puzzles me how these things aren't taught to us as children. These things aren't taught to us as adults. None of these things are taught to us to where we can start putting these things into action. Instead of trying to, let's do a call to arms to everybody get as much ammunition and as much guns as you can get. You know, we can get guns and ammunition. Like, it's no problem with having guns and ammunition, but damn, what we gonna do with a bunch of guns and ammunition when half of y'all are giving them up to the damn enemy? Because you think the enemy is on our side, passing out cookout tickets just because they do the being good. What you got?
So if I could,
Go ahead.
how you gonna use the guns and ammunition when you high and drunk and
Not only is you gonna be high and drunk, but you're so high and drunk that you think that the enemy is your friend. How we gonna use all these things? You're high, you're drunk, you think that you don't believe that you're the best people on earth. You think that and the only thing that you could think of that will solve it is violence, when actuality, wisdom's gonna solve this for us. The Lord's wisdom. But we're gonna move from that. Let's go to let's talk about how God commanded us to be separate. Let's show it in the Bible. Like the title of this class is Separate or Die. Well, if you don't do what the Most High God says to do, then you're gonna die. Bottom line. And if the Most High God commands Israel to be separate, then you don't want to be separate. You want to be conjoined to other nations. You want to be, and when I say conjoined to the other nations, I don't mean that we gotta go move to our own country and go into the caves and like, see, this the problem with a lot of, you know what I'm saying, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that are goofy, so to speak. You understand? Like, they believe that when you say we need to separate from the nations, that means that we got to pack up all of our stuff and move. And you know why they believe that? Well, why they believe that?
the oppressor told them that's the only way.
Because well, not just they told them the only way, because this is what you hear the oppressor saying. Why don't you go back to Africa? Why don't you pack up your stuff and leave America then? Y'all listen to these words and y'all think that that's the solution. Y'all don't even trust in your own people to give you a solution. You're trusting in the trolls of the other nations that's telling you that you got to pack up and move just to be separate from them. Meanwhile, we got thousands of different real-world applications of other nations separating themselves from everybody and becoming great. Yet we think as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that we have to go move to a different place to do it. Why? It's because you don't follow what the Most High God says. Go to Deuteronomy 7:6. You got that? Read that for me.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people.
Above who?
Above all people.
We are supposed to be a holy people. Holy means separate. For those of you who don't believe that holy means separate, when you have something that's holy, don't you separate that from everything else? Think about it, Christians. Your Christian priest, when he's not molesting children, he's gathering holy water, right? He has holy water. Is that holy water going to be right in the same vial or pitcher as the drinking water? Is that holy water going to be in the same pitcher or reservoir as the water you wash your hands with? Absolutely not. Because the holy water is the water that's set apart in a grand vessel with gold and all of these things, trinkets labeled around it. Because this water is different than all other waters. This water is the water. Now, if you was a Christian and you can understand it as a Christian, then why does it not make sense when God says that we are a holy people? Why does it? Why all of a sudden holy means to you is that you can sing a chord in a Christian choir better? Like holy means to you, and some of y'all holy is your jeans cut up. I don't know what holy means to you. But holy means for us to be separate. Read it one more time. From right there.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
A special people unto himself.
Above,
and special unto himself, meaning that while we're trying to figure out what we're going to do and how we're going to move with all the events happening right now, we got to know that we're special to the Most High God himself, unto himself, meaning that of all other things, we are the special ones to him. And there's no way, like, it's hard to argue with a black person nowadays because black people know that, you know, we got the sauce, we got the juice. Everybody want to be just like us. Everyone want to do the things that we do. People wasn't even washing their ass in the dark ages correctly until we taught them how, and they still not. You scroll on TikTok right now, you got white people talking about, do you wash your feet? Man, they are not washing their legs, people. They're not washing their feet. They're letting suds go down to their feet, and they're thinking that their feet are washed. They're not using washcloths. Like, we are special to the Most High God. And keep reading.
Above all people.
Above all people. Above all people. That means, like, we not equal to all people. We not common to all people. We not mixed with all people. We're what?
Above all people.
Above all people. This is a clear delineation. This is a clear distinction from others. The Most High God telling us that we're separate, telling us that we're not the same. Like, when are we going to believe what the Most High God wants for us? We're going to have to start soon. Because as you can see, if you turn on the news, you're going to see that we're getting destroyed by these people. All of them. All of them are getting their chance. All of them are getting their turn. It's time for us to take back the turns, take back everything.
Right.
We got some more? You read.
That are upon the face of the earth.
Upon the face of the earth. That's everybody. Above all nations upon the face of the earth. Above all people above the face of the earth. That means that none of these other nations and people that don't fall under the umbrella of Israelites can even compare. So while we're trying our best to be connected to everybody and be a one human race, we need to be trying our best to be above all people, like the Most High God wants us, if you believe in the Most High God of the Bible. Like, if you don't believe in the Most High God of the Bible, guess what? I understand. You don't know no better. You don't believe in God. But for all you God believers, all you people who open up your Bible every day, you go to Deuteronomy 7 and 6 and you read it. It's talking about you. And meanwhile, I'm glad these things are happening so that we can see that something we're not doing right. It's something that we're doing wrong. Y'all go out and vote. We go out and vote. We don't get the people that we want voted in. We don't get them. We do. Everybody do it. Y'all look at all the polls, and you know they want black people to go out and vote so very badly. They have all these different ways to try to coax black people into voting. Black people go out and vote, and we pile the numbers up for all of these candidates that black people want, and they still lose. Oh, we pile them up on a candidate that wins, and he still turns his back on us. Barack Obama. He still turns his back and puts his efforts into another community, like the LGBTQs. elemental cues. Instead of putting your full effort into the people that you're supposedly supposed to represent, the people that you galvanize to come and follow you. This is how we know it's all a joke. Instead of us doing all that politicking, you know what we should be doing? Is separating, isolating to ourselves, getting ourselves together. Just like how you tell everybody that don't got their stuff together, you tell them, man, why? I don't understand why you out having fun. Why you out having fun? You should be getting your stuff together. You should be focused. We tell that to people every day, all day, but we don't, as a people, we are not following what we say. We are being hypocrites. But we shouldn't. Give me Leviticus 20 and 26. See, and that's what we read earlier. We read that earlier. But the point of Leviticus 20 and 26 is the Most High God. Read it real quick. We're going to run it back.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 26.
Mm-hmm.
And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy, and have severed you from other people, that ye should be mine.
See, the Most High God separated us from other people. He severed us. Severed, separated, same thing. So if God did this to us, then why are we fighting so hard to be connected to other people? Why are we fighting so hard? Y'all say y'all believe in God and Christ. Y'all say that the Bible is the book that you follow. But you don't do what the Bible tells you to do. What you got?
It's like you said, when you say that, I was reminded of this video I saw where this black lady was in China, and she was like, "They sell roaches out here to eat. I'm gonna eat a roach," and I could tell that she, like, deep inside, you know what I'm saying, her genes didn't want her to eat no roach, but she thought, you know what I'm saying, when in Rome, I gotta do as the Romans do.
Right.
So she bought a roach from the Chinese man and ate that boy.
Fix the camera for me a little bit, Baba Kasha. We gotta find a way to stick that. It's still shifting a little bit. Maybe because I'm hitting the table, I guess. Let me see.
I'm gonna just sit right here. Watch.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, sit right there. Yeah, I don't know why you ain't sitting right there in the first place. Yeah, bring your drink over there. Bring your drink over there. Yeah. All right, man. So when you get a chance, the next scripture we're gonna bring up is Book of Ezra. The Book of Ezra, chapter 9, verse 1 and 2. That's what we're gonna read into. Like, we gotta see what the consequences of us doing what we want to do versus, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all think that we just doing it nowadays, but this is like, there's nothing new under the sun. These things have been going on for quite a while. They've happened before. You got it? Go ahead.
This is the book of Ezra, chapter 9, verse 1. Now when these things were done, the princes came to me, saying, the people of Israel and the priests and the Levites have not separated themselves from the people of the lands.
So right now what we're reading is a historical context of what's being said about the Israelites. They have not separated themselves from the people of the lands. Keep reading.
Doing according to their abominations.
And not only are they not separating themselves, but they're doing the things that they're doing, kind of like, OnlyFans, and kind of like what else these folks doing out here? All these different pride parading and all these different things that being an American means to you. This is what they was doing back then. Keep reading.
Even the Canaanites and the Hittites and the Perizzites, the Jebusites, the Ammonites, the Moabites, the Egyptians, and the Amorites.
See, the keep reading. Yeah, keep reading.
Verse 2. For they have taken of their daughters for themselves, and for their sons, so that the holy seed have mingled themselves with the people of those lands. Yea, the hand of the princes and rulers hath been chief in this trespass.
So what we hear right now is this is a trespass. And they named all these different nations. Now you can fill out those names with all these different nations in America that's surrounding us. The Arabs, the Indians, the Chinese, the fake Jews, the white people, the Africans. You put all these people's names in there. This is what the people were doing then. And not only were they following their cultures and the evil, wicked things they're doing, but they're giving their sons and their daughters off to them. Like, doesn't that sound familiar? Like, the real issue is that it never was a problem for Israel to be around different nations, because if we're gonna be a nation, we're gonna have to be around. If we're gonna live on earth, we're gonna have to be around these different nations. Just like how in America we have to live around different nations of people. But the problem ain't us living around them. The problem is us conjoining to them. Us connecting ourselves to them, giving ourselves up to them. And once you give yourself up to the other nation, you're subject to the other nation dealing with you how they deal with you. Which is why we got to deal with these nations dealing with us like this in these stores and in these restaurants. They treat us horribly. Meanwhile, we the ones that's sending the trending people to them. It's a win-win for them. They get to benefit from us building them up, and then they also don't have to see us when they eating their food. They don't have to see us when they buy the things that they need to buy. I don't see any black employees at the Chinese food market, the Chinese grocery store. They got an Indian grocery store in Mo City. I went in there one time. I didn't see a Negro. It was a Negro, a Mexican in sight. They're hiring their own people. They're selling their own things to themselves because they understand that they have to isolate in order for their people to grow. They can't conjoin themselves. Like for the longest, a black man couldn't even take another nation's daughter because them fathers was not having it. Now it's becoming a little bit less taboo in 2026, but it's still taboo though. You can't, a black man just can't come into any old white house and say, I'm taking your daughter as my woman. It's a reason for that. It's a reason why these nations treat us in the way that they treat us. It's a reason why they treat Mexicans like they treat them. Because they understand that you can't give your daughters and your sons off to these other nations and expect your culture to grow and to be healthy and to have longevity. You can't expect that. You can't expect them to be great. You wonder why the white people saying make America which is basically saying make white America great again. Because white America ain't the white America they used to know. Where a nigga couldn't be seen out with a white woman. Meanwhile, we trying to fight to have it so, like we benefiting from it. Like, nigga, you ain't benefiting from nothing, from no white woman. There ain't no benefit to it. They stink when they wet. Fresh out the shower smelling like a puppy, and you smiling. And y'all get the worst looking ones out of the bunch. Y'all niggas ain't, man. I mean, if you was gonna aim low, why don't you get a sister? Like, why not get a sister? She understand what you're going through. Like, the problem is y'all don't give a damn about culture because you've been taught by the oppressor that you don't have to care about your culture. The oppressor is teaching you to love their culture. And that's why you're subject to the treatment that the oppressor is putting you under. We got to regain our strength, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And the only way we're going to be able to regain our strength is if we stop giving them our power. We can't give them our power and expect to have power still in our hands. It doesn't even make common sense. Well, let's keep moving. Let's move along. Go to 1 Corinthians 10 and 20. We're going to go to the New Testament because a lot of you Christians think that, in a law class, all we deal with is Old Testament. We deal with a lot of Old Testament, but we can go to the New Testament and prove these same points about how we should separate, how we should not be conjoined to evil. We should not be conjoined to these wicked people, these wicked nations. Read for me.
Khan. This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 20. But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils, and not to God. And I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils.
So this is Paul explaining that the Gentiles in this context, meaning the other nations, they sacrifice what they sacrifice, or what they find holy, they sacrifice to devils. Now, it's 2026. Y'all go to y'all TikTok feeds all night long when y'all at home and y'all trying to go to sleep. Y'all TikTok feeding, y'all on the conspiracy TikToks. I know what y'all doing. Y'all on the conspiracy reels, and you're finding out all these different things and ways about how white people are devils. How all these different nations, they worship devils. And it's so easy after a blunt or two for you to fall for that. Yet, you don't understand that it's not about these particular people. It's all of them. Read it again.
But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils.
These people are sacrificing, and they're putting their effort to things that are evil and deceptive and wicked to us as the chosen people of God. We see that in the pride parades. We see that in these jury findings. We see that everywhere we look. This can't be nothing but the devil, because the chosen people of God are in mourning here in America and on earth. Keep reading.
And not to God. And I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils.
If they were sacrificing these things, if they were putting their efforts and spirit into things of God, then what's my brother's name? Paul. No, not Paul. The young brother, Caleb. Is it Caleb? I don't want to mess his name up. In the scriptures? No, I'm talking about the brother that just got killed.
Carmelo.
Not Carmelo, the other one. Cyrus Belton. What was the point I was making? Yeah. So, was it of God that the person who murdered Cyrus Belton goes free? Is that godly? He was a teenager. He didn't steal anything, but he was shot in the back. And the man who shot him in the back got off as not guilty. Is that God? Is that of God? No, we all know. Any black, Hispanic, and Native American person can tell you right now, without much thought, that that's not of God. So who is it of then? If it's not of God, it got to be of the devil. And I don't have to argue with a Christian about that either, because we can agree that that's some devilish shit right there. Excuse my language. Yet and still, in the Bible, in the New Testament, it's telling you not to fellowship with these type of people. But here we go, running to the Chinese people, trying to be hand in hand with them. Running to these different nations, trying to be hand in hand with them, knowing good and well that when we dealing with them, these are the outcomes of them. You can't even you Negroes love white women so bad, and these same women are destroying. Man, let's talk about black women are also getting destroyed by these white devils. The black sister, she was just on TikTok not too long ago, screaming to the top of her lungs about how she loved her white king and was dead not even a year after she said it. Not even a year. She was screaming to it was viral that she was saying this about her husband, which was a devil, and then not long after it got viral for her talking down on black people, she was dead. But this is what happens when you fellowship with these devils. Might I add, going against Paul, who y'all so beloved in the Christian church. Now, Paul is my brother. Most high Christ to Paul, but y'all worship Paul. But when Paul says the things that tells you how to fix the predicaments that you're in, you ain't listening to him. Let's move along. Go to 1 Thessalonians 5:22. This is another thing that we got to understand about how separation is great for us as a people. Separation is how we live. Either we separate or we die, because in the Bible, it is explaining, it is instructing us what we should be doing when we seeing these different things. Read it.
This is the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
Abstain from all appearance of evil.
Abstain from all appearance of evil. That means to stay away from all these appearances of evil. We're watching evil play out in our faces. And here y'all go y'all gonna let a couple of days, a week or two pass by, and y'all gonna be right back with trying to conjoin yourselves to the appearances of evil and evil people. And the things that these evil people are doing. Can you read?
Verse 23.
We done. We could drop it right there. America promotes adultery, homosexuality, abortion, greed, drugs, this, that, and the third. And instead of us trying to separate ourselves from this evil, like the Bible tells us, we're lining ourselves up, right? Like ducks, like lambs to the slaughter. Lining ourselves up to follow into this pathway that America is leading us to, instead of following what God told us to do. I told you, God commanded us to do this, and it is not just the Old Testament. Even in the New Testament, we're seeing instruction that is telling us the same thing, but y'all like to apply it in different places. Y'all don't want to apply it where it counts. Y'all don't want to apply it to your real life, to your full life. We have to apply it to our full life. We have to abstain from these evil people and their evil ways. Or else we're going to be falling to the consequences and falling to the outcomes of what happens when we deal with it. We no longer can embrace these people that are set out to destroy us. Now let's read, like I'm saying, these people set out to destroy us. Did you know the Bible talks about that too? Let's read it. Go to Psalms 83. You know where I want to go. You know I want to go. Psalms 83. Shout out to the I.S.U.P.K under Commander YAHANNA, man. We read Psalms 83 religiously because we have to keep reminding ourselves about what these people mean for us. Start at 1 and we're going to end at 7.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 1.
Go ahead.
Keep not thou silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God.
This is a prayer that is being sent up to the Most High God, pleading for him to put his hands on situation. Now let's listen to what this situation is that is being pled to the Most High God, that he please be not silent on this. This is just the same as us rallying in the streets, asking for justice, asking for God to do something, to send something down, to send us some kind of miracle and blessing. This is the same type of prayer, except this prayer is recognizing something different than you guys are recognizing out on the street corners, crying for our lost brothers.
Right.
Read.
Verse 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
Keep reading.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Our enemies are making a racket. They're making chaos. They're causing destruction to us. They're lifting up their heads, looking to get to us. They like they have all the opportunity is there. They ready to make it happen. We see it today. Of all days, y'all should see it now. Of all times, we should see it now. It should be clear. This type of teaching should not go on deaf ears. This type of teaching should be a teaching that everybody could be able to resonate with. Because we're watching the enemies make a tumult. What does tumult mean? Let's Google that. So y'all can understand, because I know some people might not understand what tumult means. Tumult, a loud, confused noise typically won by excited, agitated crowd. What do you hear in this? This is social media. The enemy making a tumult. They are rallying against us. They're speaking very loud on the platforms that they're speaking, whether it's the social media, whether it's the media, the paper media, whether it's the TV media, whether it's people that's reacting in front of you every day. They're lifting up their heads. Keep reading.
Honorable Khan. Verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have taken crafty counsel against our people and consulted against our hidden ones. The hidden ones meaning the ones that were hidden, the ones that the Most High God hid from others. Who are those hidden ones? The ones that are special to the Most High God, the ones that are above all nations, the people of God, the chosen people, the holy people, us, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Read it again.
Honorable Khan, verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
Now, the counsel what's crafty counsel? Crafty counsel is those jurors going back to that back room. Well, first off, crafty counsel is them deciding that in the Carmelo Anthony case that they don't need any black jurors on the jury. Right. Because this isn't about race. It's about self-defense. We don't need any black jurors. Why would we need black jurors? Well, quite possibly because we're supposed to be judged by some of our peers, and there's nobody who's a peer of Carmelo Anthony that isn't black or Hispanic or Native American. They didn't have no Hispanic. They had whites and Asians as the jurors. They're supposed to be a jury of our peers, but not a peer in sight. That's crafty counsel. Crafty counsel is them going back to that back room, spending 3 hours or however many odd hours back there, and coming back with a not guilty, even though the facts proved that the brother was saying guilty, even though the facts proved that the brother was not guilty. It's bigger than it's bigger than this just particular case. Because they got countless of other cases where the roles were reversed. It was a white person actually did this and did it worse, and they got off as not guilty. Go ahead.
Lucky, sir. I don't know the exact statistic, but I mean it's easily said that pretty much all of us black and brown people literally know somebody that have been, you know what I'm saying, did wrong, exactly, did wrong by that judicial system.
Like the cold part about what you're saying is that this is something that y'all need to keep in y'all Rolodex. They love to say that per capita. Who's committing the most crime? Who commits the most murders per capita? Who does this per capita? Mm-hmm. Ask them who's exonerated the most per capita. Black people and Hispanic people are exonerated more than any white people when it comes to murder. Just so y'all know. So when they try to throw these stats at you thinking that you're going to hit you with a per capita, just know that we're exonerated the most, meaning that even though we're convicted the most, more of us are getting freed because the convictions are bogus. Which means that in totality, we're not doing the most murders per capita. In totality, the devil that the Bible speaks of is. Not to mention all the other nations that hate us, doing their murdering. They cook the books so that they can make us look evil. That's crafty counsel. Crafty counsel is, give me a second. Let me read this. This is Crafty Counsel. The brother shared it today. He shared it under let me get to it. Where did he share it at? Where is it at? I think yeah. He shared it on this the Republican, hold up, let me see. The chairman of Texas, who is this? This is the statement from the Texas GOP chairman, Abraham George, on the murder conviction of Austin Metcalf's killer, Carmelo Anthony. This is dated June 9th, 2026. A year ago, Carmelo Anthony murdered 17-year-old Austin Metcalf during a Frisco ISD track meet. This was a senseless and heartbreaking tragedy that shook Texans across our state. While I am glad to hear that Carmelo Anthony has been convicted by a Collin County jury, no verdict can restore the life that was taken, nor can fully ease the grief endured by Austin's twin brother Hunter, his family's blah, 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 blah. Point I'm trying to make is Crafty Counsel is them putting out statements as elected officials perpetuating an evil and wicked and lying narrative. The narrative is that Austin Metcalf was the victim. And all these evil doers, these evil nations like to think that Austin Metcalf was the victim because a black man, Hispanic man, and Native American man can never be the victim when it comes to white people, when it comes to our oppressor. And they're going to perpetuate that evil because that's the crafty counsel that they have. They want to make sure that we are the ones that are counted as evil. They're changing the minds of all the people. Keep reading.
Kind. Verse 4. They have said, "Come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance." Verse 5.
Their whole point is they trying to cut us off from being a nation, and they're doing a damn good job of it. And it's not just because brothers and sisters don't want to be a nation. I'm sure y'all do. I'm sure we do want to be a nation, but we ain't doing what we need to do. We're not separating from them and becoming a nation. We're not separating from their ways and trying to make ourselves great. But this is just further proof of these. This is how these people have been treating the God's chosen people for generations, and forever. Keep reading.
Kind.
Well,
verse 5.
Go ahead.
For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee.
They have consulted together with one consent, meaning they only got one goal. And their goal is they are confederate against us. They're standing against us. Confederate meaning they have joined hands. While we trying to join hands with them, they join hands with each other to be against us. This is the prayer that is in the Psalms of King David, that he's praying to the Most High God to intervene. Meanwhile, we blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are in America right now praying for some sort of miracle, yet we are not doing what the Most High God tells us to do. King David damn sure did. That's why he could make a prayer like that, because he was getting his hands dirty doing what the Most High God said to do. He wasn't tripping at all. He would hurt anything that needed to be hurt if God said let it be so. This is the type of thought process we need to have. And not the thought process of hurting people, but the process of I'm going to do what the Most High God tells me to do regardless of what it makes me feel like and regardless of how anybody else feels about it. But we ain't doing that. Give me a second. Let's move on. Let's move to let me see. Where was I at? Let's go to Jeremiah 2 and 14. Mm-hmm. I know y'all know this one.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled?
Is Israel a servant? Are we a homeborn slave? Why is we spoiled? Spoiled is not in the same context as you buy your children anything they want, so you're spoiling them. No, this is this type of spoil where pirates go and they get the spoils of their war, or armies get the spoils of their war by taking all the things that they've gotten from the people that they've defeated. That's the spoil that this is talking about. Taking why is Israel being ravished? Keep reading.
Verse 15. The young lions roared upon him and yelled, and they made his land waste. His cities are burned without inhabitant. Verse 16.
Nah, that's it. We can stop right there. So the point I'm trying to make right there is that our people are being destroyed by these things. They have been being destroyed in history. This isn't new. We have the history book that'll show us the outcome of us joining to these people. Go ahead.
Like if I could, sir. What you're saying is heavy because most of, you know what I'm saying, the situation black and brown people are in is because of the oppressors. But a lot of it has to do with the choices we made.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We choose to go to that Muslim mosque and worship that rock.
Mm-hmm.
We choose to be Buddhists. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We choose to pray to they guys and forsake our own culture.
And burn their incenses and all that. Give yourself a hand. That's perfect. Because of the choices that we're making, that's why we're in the outcomes that we're getting. That's why when I come to the I.S.U.P.K school and I teach a lesson that's telling you separate or die, I really want us to live. That's right. Because by following the Most High God's law, statutes, and commandments, we will live. And we'll live a life more abundantly. We'll live a great life, the same life that is described in the blessings of Deuteronomy in Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 15. We'll be able to live that on earth while we're here. But we only can live that if we decide to choose different than what we're living today. We have to decide it. Give me Proverbs 28 and 5. Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 28, verse 5. Evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek the Lord understand all things.
So the problem with us is we're living amongst people that we like to conjoin to, but these are evil men. They don't understand judgment. We can see that right now. We can see that in Carmelo Anthony case. What do you say? This case is a pure example of how America will create the division and then galvanize the people that this evil way is the way that it's supposed to be. They got us. They got us divided in who's right and who's wrong, but they not. It's not based on judgment. It's not based on being just. It's based on what they want it to be, and what they want it to be is the oppressor wins, and that's why Carmelo Anthony can't defend himself from being jumped from 4 oppressors' children. But Mr. Child, who for some reason thought that Cyrus was stealing water, mind you, that's not even taxed. Water isn't even taxed. You think that he's stealing water and you could shoot him and he could be found not guilty based off of these self-defense type of laws in defending himself and his property. The devil that the Bible speaks of doesn't want us to survive here on earth. They really hate us. It's all throughout the Bible that the oppressor hates us, and we've shown countless examples of different oppressors hating the children of God, yet we won't wake up out of the rigmarole, out of the bullcorn. When are we going to wake up out of it? Like, as Israelites, we've been taught to treat that justice is blind. You ever see that statue with the woman, and she got the things, she holding up the two scales? What you notice about her?
She got a blindfold.
She got a blindfold on her because they like to teach us that justice is blind. But justice wasn't blind because they looked at those jurors and they said that they were going to choose non-black jurors for that jury. They're supposed to be of our peers. For a black man that was going to trial against the death of a white man. And instead of, like, we're all American, right? Why not have one of each race? If it's just, if justice is blind, why not have one of each race? Let's just see how blind justice is. We all equal, right? Wrong. Because they know if they would have put a black person on that jury, that they would have had a hung jury and he would have got off. They know that. They know, a jury have to all agree for the verdict to be held. They have to all agree. If they don't all agree, then they're gonna be it's gonna go prolong until the jury all agrees on one answer. Or it's gonna be a hung jury. They did it deliberately because they understand that as black people, we are not equal to them. They don't want us to be equal, and justice is not blind. Justice is what the hell they want it to be. And that's why in the Bible it says evil men don't understand judgment. They don't understand justice. They don't understand right from wrong. All they understand is the flesh and what they want and what they desire on earth. And that is evil. They understand that well. This is June. It's supposed to be Juneteenth where we commemorate us learning that in Texas that we weren't slaves no more. And guess what? They gave a whole month to homosexuals. On the month that we got to celebrate. They knew. You think they ain't know that what they was doing? Anything to water down what we got going on. The month we got the shortest month and gave the homosexuals. I'm trying. Look, when I'm looking around, I'm thinking about the right word to say where they won't get a shadow ban. You understand? Giving the homosexuals a month way longer. 2 days. That's a lot of days. That's a lot of days considering. Y'all should have gave us June. If you want us to have a history month, give us the same month that our history is on. That's not. They don't understand judgment. They don't understand justice. They don't understand being righteous because they're evil men. We can't expect evil people to be righteous. Not on earth, not anywhere. And that's why we should separate, because the closer we are to evil people, we're not abstaining from the evil like Paul said. We're not separating ourselves like the Most High God said. So what are we going to expect if the people of God and God himself is telling us to do one thing and we're doing the opposite? What do we expect? The only other option is to separate from them, separate from their ways, separate from their daughters, their sons, separate from loving them, separate from loving the things that they do. What else you got? Give me Lamentations 4:18. Like, this isn't new. We read about the history of what happens to Israel when they conjoin with them. Let's read about some of the present history about what happens to us when we conjoin them too. Read Lamentations.
Khan, this is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 18. They hunt our steps, that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled, for our end is come.
Like, this is how it feels to be black and Hispanic and Native America in America and on earth. We all know that they hunt our steps, man. We see videos of them pulling us over for no reason. I guarantee you 90% of the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that watch this have been pulled over for no reason at all, because and the reason that they come up with is the most bogus reason of all, but we know why they pulled us over. We know why they persecuted us. And it wasn't because they just picking random people every day. It's because we are the chosen people of God. We are our race. We are our people. We are who we are. They hunt our steps. Think about the people that, we got George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Vanessa Guillen, Jacob Blake. You got my boy Cyrus Belton. Trayvon Martin. Sandra Bland. People, they're hunting us. We see it. We scream it out from the mountaintops, and we make Instagram reels and TikTok reels, and we do all of this, but we don't do what counts. And that means we need to stop dealing with them how we think we should deal with them. Separate from them. Go ahead.
What you said is, if I just to drive it home even more, because the Bible says, you said something very profound, Adawan. You said we have to stop dealing with them the way we think we're supposed to deal with them. When the Bible gives us a way we're supposed to deal with them.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? Just to paraphrase, 1 John 2:15 says, "Don't be of this world, be not of this world."
Come on, man. I'm about to go there in a minute, man. You good. Nah, he said, "Be not of the world. Be in the world, but not of the world." What does that mean? The world is our environment. These nations is part of our environment. We can't delete everybody off the planet. But we don't have to be aligned with them. We don't have to make their culture our culture. We don't have to make their ways our ways. It said, "Envy not the ways of the oppressor." Why are we trying to make their ways our ways when the Bible tells us not to? It's specific. Man, let's move along. Give me Genesis 46. Genesis 46 and 33. I want to show y'all something, man. Like, the Bible got all the answers.
46 and 33?
Chapter 46, verse 33. The Bible got all the answers, man. We had the answers in front of us all this time. We just haven't read them. Read it.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 46, verse 33. And it shall come to pass, and it shall come to pass, when Pharaoh shall call you and shall say, "What is your occupation?" Verse 34, that ye shall say, "Thy servants' trade hath been about cattle from our youth even until now, both we and also our fathers, that ye may dwell in the land of Goshen, for every shepherd is an abomination unto the Egyptians."
What is Joseph explaining right there? This is Joseph trying to instruct his people what to tell and how to handle Egypt so that we don't have to be in line with Egypt. Goshen was the promised land, the land of milk and honey for those of that time, where we were able to go into our own nation, our own place, and we were able to build ourselves up without the influence of Egypt. And Goshen was built up great. Goshen was like the promised land before the promised land. And Joseph was instructing them to say, "Hey, man, we shepherds, and we know how much shepherds are abomination to the Egyptians. So don't even come over to Goshen, because Goshen, you don't want no parts of Goshen. Y'all don't even like shepherds. Y'all hate the animals. So you don't want no parts over here." Meanwhile, we out here going hard for our people. We out here amongst our people, and we don't have to deal with the evils of the other nation. Like, if you can understand how Joseph was acting when he had the power to give Israel and direct Israel in a good manner, direct Israel in a wise manner, what he did was he directed Israel to have their own place and to stay away from all of the Egyptians. And not just stay away from them like we can't do business, because they were still doing business, but Goshen, you don't come, Egyptians don't go to Goshen. There's no reason for an Egyptian to be in Goshen. But if the Israelites wanted to do business, we go to Egypt and we do business, because that's where the business at over there. So all of us, all the Christians and blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans is out here trying to figure out, what should we do? How do we separate from them when we got to stay with them? Well, you can do just like how we did in Goshen. In Goshen, we got Acres Home, we got Sunnyside, we got all these different places that we can build these places up, and we can make these places where the wicked and evil people do not want to dwell over there. Meanwhile, we out here having our good time, and we can still do business how we need to do business and keep bringing the money home. Having that, what do they call it? That economics are internal economics, to where we keep taking the money out from outside and bringing the money in and letting the money circulate. The dollar, the black dollar goes out the neighborhood. What's the statistic on that? The black dollar be going out the neighborhood in light speed. Meanwhile, we talk about Chinatown, Koreatown. We got Little India. We got the Jewish communities, the Amish. All these people, they bring their money home and they circulate that money. Shit, we had it in Black Wall Street. And what did they do? They went in. These devils tried to destroy Black Wall Street in Seneca Village and Rosewood, Florida. And what did we do? Instead of us learning from it and be like, man, let's make this better, we went and tried to join them. Meanwhile, we doing over and over again trying to join them, and they're denying us, and they're lying to our faces, and they're peeing in our faces and calling it rain, spitting in our face and calling it rain, and we continue to do it. But we gave up on the Black Wall Street vibes long ago. We gave up on that very quick. Why? Why do we give up on that so quick? You know why? Because we want to be just like them. Y'all see them destroying us, and that's why the community is the way it is now. We destroying one another instead of the destruction being to where it needs to be. If they want to be destroyers, let them destroy one another. We're going to be the chosen people of God, and we're going to do what the Most High God tells us to do. That's right. See, the thing about those communities, like Armenians and Arabs, they build their business together. They circulate their money internally. They preserve their languages. They maintain their culture. You go to Chinatown right now, man, they maintain their culture so much that they put Chinese, they put the street signs, they put the regular name, they put the Chinese name next to it. You got that all throughout Houston, where they got different communities, and inside their community, they got their language on the street sign, and then they got the English on the street sign. When we had a chance to do that with the Black Wall Streets and stuff, we let the enemy defeat us. We lost our faith in the Most High. We didn't put the Most High God's commandments, laws, and statutes first. What we did was, instead, we traded off our isolation and our separation. We traded off for a seat at the dog's table. I don't understand why what's the mystique behind trying to be at the table of people who spit in our faces? What does that benefit us? How does that help us? How does that make us great? It doesn't. Let me see here. What else we got? Oh, shoot. How could I forget? The government has been helping these communities too. So this is the Confederate against us. This is why you got to separate from all the other nations. When I say separate, I mean stop giving your heart to them. Stop giving your money to them. Stop giving all these things that you value to them, and give those things you value to your own people. The government got the GI Bill exclusions that often harm Black Americans while benefiting others. the GI Bill, SBA, the Small Business Administration. They give their lending. They lend out to businesses, but the black businesses and Hispanic businesses don't get the same kind of loans. We don't get the same kind of loans from these banks. What else? Not to mention the refugee resettlement programs. They got refugee resettlement programs. You remember when they brought them Afghanis over on planes? Air Force One. Gave them stipends in America. We supposed to be at war with Afghanistan. we supposed to be at war with them. They gave them stipends. You know what a stipend is, right? Allowance. They gave them allowance. Airbnbs. They ain't got to work. They ain't got to pay no rent. Nothing. They can go eat as much falafel and goop scoop as they want. But whatever they be eating, God damn it. And not to man, and Houston knows this very well. The historic redlining against black neighborhoods and Hispanic neighborhoods. We see that right now. 5th Ward, 3rd Ward, Sunnyside, they just about infiltrated all of our neighborhoods because we can't stand on business. But you know what we can stand on? I want me a snow bunny. That's what niggas standing on. Until one of us get killed or one of us get found guilty of murder. Now all of a sudden y'all want to galvanize, man. You know we've been telling y'all this for a long time. We've been preaching this on the street corners every Saturday for God knows how long, since before I was born. But yet and still, we're not doing the things that the I.S.U.P.K has been teaching. We've been teaching to follow what the Bible says since 1969 under Commander YAHANNA. We're still teaching it today, and y'all still not listening. Yet and still, y'all want to go listen to the Black Panthers and want to go get guns. And you want to go get this, and you want to go rally in the streets, and you want to let's boycott these people for a few weeks. No, let's just boycott them forever. Let's boycott loving them. Let's start there. Stop loving them. Love ain't love. Because if love was love, then Cyrus Belton would not be dead. Right. If love was love, then my boy Carmelo Anthony would not have been jumped for walking under a tent because it was raining outside if love was love. Love ain't love, man. Love is only love when black people got to love everybody else. Love is only love when Hispanic people got to love the people that call them immigrants and spit on them and call ICE on them when they finish fixing their roof. That's the only time love is love. We got to love everybody. Christianity teaches it all the time. We got to love everybody. Well, where's the love at when we out here dying in the streets? Where's the love at when they're putting our Hispanic brothers and sisters and nieces and nephews in cages? Giving them foil paper to wrap themselves up with to stay warm at night. Why love ain't love when it come to that? You gotta ask yourself that, man. I got a solution. Well, I ain't gonna even, it ain't my solution. It's the biblical solution. We can just separate from them. We can stop giving them our money, stop giving them our love, stop giving them all the things that we value. Gatekeep them. Y'all love to share every damn thing to these people. Like, what does it benefit us giving our goodly things to them? It doesn't benefit us at all. They take it, and not only do they take it, but they make it worse. They pervert it. Like, come on, man. Like, this is disgusting, man. Look. Give me, what else? It's 5:05. We're going to wrap it up in a minute. I don't want to get it. Like, go to Revelations 18:4. Like, matter of fact, start at verse 2. Read it.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils.
See, we living in Babylon the Great right now. It's the habitation or the domicile or the living space of devils, evil, wicked people. Modern society, which is known for pornography, abortions, drug culture, family destruction, is known for these things. This is Babylon. It's known for being unjust. It's known for murdering people in the streets. It's known for all the evil, wicked things that we see into our people. That's what Babylon was known for. But in the book of Revelation, it's going to fall. Read verse 3.
Verse 3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Mm-hmm. That's what we're dealing with right now. All the nations are drinking of this wrath, of all these different fornications and these evils and these wicked and disgusting things that these people are doing. But the big problem is that we're doing it. We're doing it too. But what does the Bible tells us? Keep reading.
And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
Mm-hmm.
And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
Oh yeah, see, this is all the thing. This is just explaining further all the things that we're seeing today. Everyone's getting richer off of the backs of us doing evil, the evil that they've implanted into us through their culture and their crafty counsels. Keep reading.
Verse 5, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
Oh, that's what we need to do. This is the bottom line. We got to come out of her. We need to disconnect from the culture that is destroying us. We got to disconnect from the people, the governments, the loves, all these different things that is destroying us. We got to disconnect from it. Y'all understand it when it's an abusive relationship. We understand that, right? Your baby sister is with a Negro that's beating the piss out of her. You ain't got to explain. I don't got to explain to y'all how you got to separate from. You gotta tell your sister to separate from him so that she can live. It's common sense, ain't it? It's very much so common sense. It's so much so common sense that I don't even know why I'm explaining it now, because we all see it. You're just being delusional. You're just being blind. You're blinding yourselves to the facts. Keep reading.
That ye be not partakers of her sins.
We don't want to be partakers of their sins. We want to be partakers of the righteousness of God. We want to be partakers of the fullness of God. We want to be partakers of the blessings of the Most High God. But the only way to do that is we can't have one in one hand and have the other in the other hand. We got to choose one or the other. Hot or cold. And damn sure not in the middle, because the Most High hates lukewarm. You're going to be spewed out just like if you was on the bad side. We got some more?
And that ye receive not of her plagues.
If we don't want to receive the consequences that we're receiving, which is the Bible describes as the plagues or the consequences of the actions, then we got to come out of her. We got to come from around this idea of if we can join to them, then maybe they'll love us. That's and you hear these devils say that we have this victim mentality. Well, damn it, that's what victims of Stockholm syndrome do. They feel like one day this evil person will love me, and you fall for this abuse for so long that you think that the abuse is love. Baby girl, this is not love. Brother man, this is not love. This is not love what we're seeing. If these people was, and these are Christians we talking about. The majority of their religion is Christian. And y'all can pull that, oh, well, they not Christian if they not doing. Miss me with all that. They're Christian. They believe they're Christian. Y'all believe in all the same things, and they still believe that Carmelo Anthony is guilty of murder. They still believe that Mr. Child is not guilty for killing Cyrus Belton. They still believe that all these people are not guilty for the evils and crimes that they've done to our people. Well, you got some more on that? Nah, let's go to bring me Zephaniah 2:1.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
This is what the prophet Zephaniah has instructed us, thus saith the Lord. We're supposed to gather ourselves together. We're supposed to be together, not joining with them, us gather ourselves together. O nation not desired. We are the nation not desired. We are the nation that they are persecuting. You don't persecute someone you desire. You don't destroy people you love. They say they love us so bad, but guess what? These are the devils that's speaking with a forked tongue. They're snakes. They're serpents. They're liars. They're deceivers. That's what devil means. When you hear me say devil, it means deceiver. They're deceivers. They've lied to you, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They've told you that they've loved you, and they haven't loved you one bit. Because if they did love you, then they wouldn't treat you the way that they treat you. We all understand that. Y'all watch it on Tyler Perry. Y'all love Tubi. We love to watch all of these different love shows and relationship talk and relationship reels is the hottest thing smoking in the black and Hispanic community. And we all understand that abuse does not equal love. We all understand that. We know it. So much so that we preach it every day. Y'all are sharing the reels and sharing all these things to your stories, and you're posting it almost daily about how abuse isn't love and hate isn't love. But these people are showing you the things that you say aren't love, yet you still feel like you need to love them when the Bible tells us the opposite. What'll happen if we don't listen to what the Bible says? Give me Obadiah. Give me. This is what happened if we do separate. Let me go to that. Go. Give me Obadiah 1:15.
This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee.
These are the things that's going to happen. The things that they've been doing to us is going to happen to them. But we first must do what the Most High God tells us to do. We can't just sit up here and expect the Most High God to move when we say move, and we disobeying him. Keep reading.
Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. Verse 16. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been.
This is the outcome of all those evil people once we start doing what the Most High God tells us to do. They gonna get drunk. They gonna be drunk off the stuff that they had made us drink. They gonna reap what they sow. If you ready, if y'all so militant, y'all so ready for us to turn the tables on these people, then why don't we follow the one strategy we have yet to start following? Why don't we put down all these different strategies of all these different people that say that they got the strategy, they know how we gonna win, they know this, that. Why don't we follow the strategy of old? The strategy of our people. The strategy of the Most High God. Give me Psalms. No, give me Revelations 14 and 12.
Oh God.
No, give me Psalms 119 first. Give me Psalms 119 first. Psalms 119 verse 134.
God. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 134. Deliver me from the oppression of man, so will I keep thy precepts. Verse.
Yeah. Keep it right there. Deliver me from the oppression of man, so that for that I will keep thy precepts. Read it one more time.
Kind. Deliver me from the oppression of man, so will I keep thy precepts.
Keeping the precepts, that's following the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. That's following his instructions. That's following what he wants us to do. He will deliver us from the oppression of man. This is what you want, right? If you want to be delivered from the oppression of man, we can't just be this ain't no one-sided deal. This can't be one-sided. We have to fulfill our side of the bargain. Now go to Revelations 14 and 12.
Kind. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 14, verse 12. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God.
Here is the patience of the saints. The patience of the saints is us who follow the Most High God, waiting for those things that the Most High God promised. We spoke about a whole lot of things the Most High God promised us. The last thing we just spoke about was delivering us from the oppression of man. The Most High God promised us to do that. And here is the patience of the saints. This is what we've waited for. The saints being the people that read. Here
are they that keep the commandments of God.
Here are they that keep the commandments of God, that follow the Most High God and what he tells us to do. Now, I spoke today and I explained how the Most High God wants us to separate, how he wants us to join together with ourselves. I've explained how the enemy is taking crafty counsel against us. They want to stand against us. These evil people don't even know judgment. They don't know justice. We are the people that even us, we shall judge the angels. Here are they that keep the commandments of God, the Most High God's commandments, statutes, and laws. And what else?
And the faith of Yahawashi.
And the faith of Yahawashi, Jesus Christ, is what y'all call him. You say you have faith in Yahawashi, but yet your faith should be explained by the things that you do. Faith without works is dead. You don't remember that? You don't believe in that? You have to show your faith with your works. Your works proves your faith. The things you do proves what you have faith in. If you go out and vote, then you proving that you have faith in the government. But yet we see the government destroy, they set out to destroy us with all the different laws and all these different things that the government sets out to have us at the bottom. You put your faith in the judicial system. We see what happened with Carmelo Anthony. We see what happened with Cyrus Belton. The judicial system did not have love for us. They did not come through with their side of the bargain. You're putting your faith in the oppressor, and the oppressor is putting out notes stating that it is a good thing that this man was put under the jail, 35 years. Young man at that. He's not even a man yet. He's a young man. He ain't even a fully grown man yet. 35 years for a crime that if the tables had been turned, they'd put whoever it was under the jail. I'm talking about the ones that was jumping him. If the tables were turned, then Cornelius Antonio, he would be let free with a 2-day case. The judge would have ruled on it yesterday, long ago, that if Carmelo Anthony was actually the white boy named Cornelius Antonius, he probably wouldn't even have to change his suit before they have an answer for him. We got to learn that if we do not separate from these people, if we do not separate from their ways, if we do not separate from loving them, if we do not separate from giving them our greatness, then we will continue to see these type of events happening. This is just the beginning. And to say that it is just the beginning when we've been dealing with it for so long, it just lets you know that we are not getting far by doing it the way that y'all are doing it. We have to do it the way the Most High God wants us to do it. Give me yeah, we about to close out. So that being said, man, Israel got really two choices. We can either continue the path of assimilation, dependence, disobedience to the Most High God, and die and be wiped out as a people, or return to the laws of God, get everything that was promised to us. The enemies will become our footstool. Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 15, we'll get the blessings of the earth. Blessed in the field, blessed in the city, blessed everywhere we go. Like, what are you choosing? I say we choose life. And if we're going to choose life, then we got to separate. With that, we're going to close our class. Remember, separate or die. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to hand the class over to Priest and Officer YAHANNA, man. Been a tremendous help for me today.
Security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18 and 21, and Malachi 3 and 8 through 10, means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'asherah. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming Holy Convocation. Memorial of blowing of trumpets. First day of the 7th month, Friday, September 11th, 2026. Can be found in Leviticus 23 and 24 through 28. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. Boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And that concludes the security announcements.
All right. All right, we're going to do a courtesy salute. You going to call a courtesy salute?
I do it the other.
Yeah.
I don't know how we do it.
It's all good. Well, courtesy salute to the men of Israel, Amayim Shabbat, Aymadim, Barak, Yahaba Shimi Al Shabrakata. Yanyamata. Saw, face the sisters. We're going to do a courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel. Amayim Shabbat. Imadim. Barak. Yahweh Shemal Ataba Shimi Al Washai. Yanyamata. Dismissed. Check in with me next week. I.S.U.P.K. Galveston. Connect with